Gotta clean my glasses. It's a wreck in the basement, I tell you. Yeah, let me clean my glasses, my goggles, Yeah. But we're here, back in the BASEMENT. That's right, tonight. And yes, I'm tired as ever. Let me straighten that out too. It's been a rough day. And I know that I'm late, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. You should see what I'm working with right now. It's a mess. Brought some things from upstairs, downstairs, and got rid of some other stuff. Yeah, and things are everywhere. It's just a mess right now. Needless to say, hey, I got to do what? Make about a 7-hour drive. So I don't know how long this live is going to last, for real. I'm tired as ever. Been moving couches, love seats, tables, china cabinets, garbage. It's been horrendous driving. Oh my God. How many miles did I go today? I don't know. And then on top of that, I drove about 200 miles today. Wait, let me see. What? About 400 total today. And did all of that, which I told you, and I'm still here. Whew. My body is sore as ever. Body is sore as ever. Have you ever had one of those days when your body is just like, oh, when you overexerted it? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. But I still have to make a 7-hour drive. And I have to be there before noon Central Time. Shit. Yeah, man. Know anybody out there donating cars? Anybody out there donating cars? Can a brother get a lift? Yeah. Who's out there? I bring a little closer here. What's going on, brother? Dragon. Hope you have a nice day. KRYW4567. What's up? It's all good in the building here. And I want to thank everybody that's in the chat room right now. Who did we just have come in? John. Bill Cosby. Why you do it, Bill? Bill used to be a father to so many Americans. Okay, John. Shouts out to John. Shouts out to John. You have your translation feature on YouTube. It looks like that since I commented in Mandarin. Great. Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, I want to send shouts out to the people in the backstage of YouTube, the universe. Anybody that's helping me that I don't even know about. Anybody that's helping me that I don't know about, I want to say thank you. I really do. I want to send shouts out to a couple of people before we get started tonight. I want to send shouts out to Punky Brewster. No, not the TV show Punky Brewster. I know a real Punky Brewster. Shouts out to Punky Brewster. Shouts out to Ralph Smart. Shouts out to General Setti. Shouts out to Hassan Campbell. Yeah. Just wanted to get that off my chest. Shouts out to everybody. Yeah. Because you all could have been doing something else with someone else, or you could have been doing it by yourself. Sometimes people do strange things by themselves, Male or female, do some strange things by themselves. I love your streams. Hey, I appreciate you, KYW 4567. We appreciate you. We tip our hat to you, and we thank you for loving the streams that we bring forth here on YOUTUBE. I just switched to English, though, so, well, however it goes, Thanks for the pull-up. Dragon, thanks for the pull-up. I get around to a couple of pull-ups. I haven't been getting around to those couple of pull-ups that people have been giving me because I've been dealing with life. I've been dealing with life like everybody else. But I see those pull-ups. Yeah, I got you. Appreciate that. Gratitude. I don't use YouTube very often, so I gave you a subscribe. I usually use an app called Bii, which is in Chinese. Meow. That's what it is. Shouts out to Dragon. I'm not ignoring anybody. Who is that out there? Sagia? Is that Sagia? Shouts out to Sagia out there. And I want to thank everybody out there that has subscribed. Everybody out there that has subscribed, I want to thank you. Okay? And if you are feeling generous at this time of this economic collapse that we're having here all across America, if you're feeling generous enough, you can also support the channel through memberships, gold and silver, Yeah. So we hope that you be a part of that and continue to support the channel. However, if you can't, support it with the membership, we just ask that you subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. That's the best way to support this channel. Helps to get through the algorithm and more content for you all. I want to thank everybody for being here. Yeah, I'm not my best tonight right now, but I still got something I can give you. Yeah, I'm tired. I am tired. I don't even... Is a bottle of water anywhere? Water. And I got to get some more before I get, on the ROAD. Yeah, straight up. Got to get that water in you. Most people don't get enough water. Now, I just had a cousin-in-law that was recently snuffed out of her life through kidney failure. Kidney failure can happen for many reasons. Maybe it's inherited. Maybe you don't drink enough water. You got to flush those things. So for everybody out there who is not drinking enough water, which includes myself, drink more water. Save yourself from being on dialysis. Give your kidneys a break and flush them. Now, I think that I use I urinate quite often, but I could urinate a lot more. if I drank more water. Water is important. Drink, if you weigh 180 pounds, right? Drink 90 ounces of water a day. If you are 180 pounds, drink 90 ounces of water a day. If you're 200, make it 100. And they are yummy. It's probably rough 3. Where are you? I'm from Chicago. Concrete jungle. City of gangsters where you can't trust no one. And I mean no one at all. Prime example would be Tyler Perry, who can't trust no one. Here it is. He loaned Prince Harry and that Meghan girl. Yeah. He loaned them $14 million. $14 million. Even had them lounge, parlay at his $18 million mansion. Brought him in with hugs and everything after they left the royal palace. And do you know? He hasn't heard from them since. They were like ghosts. Yeah, haven't paid the man back. Now, their royal family ain't doing too good right now. Some left on their own. Well, they all left on their own, but you know, it gets thicker and thicker, the plot that is, of why they're leaving. Some have even been denamed, detitled, dethroned. What's going on with this country? Huh? But we'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry about it. Now here, the Tyler Perry. Yeah. Can't trust nobody. Can't trust your next door neighbor. Can't trust family members. I remember back in the day when there were some people that you could trust that would possibly look out for you or have your back. No one has your back today. And the people who you think are not deceiving you are the very same people that's deceiving you because they have become beasts. Rah, rah. In human form. Beast in human form. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you do what? Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all. Let's get to the chat room. I serve the street. I serve the street from you, big bro, Navy SEAL. Oh, we got to talk about something with the Navy SEAL, with the Navy, not the SEALs. What's your name? Hero, what it is. Shouts out to Hero. Down the street. Silence does say a lot, though. What's up, Chris? Shouts out to Chris out there, you all. Oh, a lot of Democrats? We'll get to that in a minute. You know, we're just warming up here. We got to make this a quick warm-up because I had to clear some of this stuff out before I leave. Jeez, it's gonna be crazy. But anyway, speaking about things being a mess, yes, speaking about things being a mess. Here in Chicago, you know, a mess. a man whom they have not identified yet, whom they have not released the age of yet, over here in Inglewood on 61st and Wallace, shot to death, dead. I mean, it's like violence is becoming the normal. Death is becoming the normal. Robbery is becoming the normal. Carjackings is becoming the normal. The great America, which everybody rushes to. Even the people from Africa. And let me get off on that, seeing that I'm talking about Africa right now. You have people that come from over there to over here from Africa, and they spit upon the black men and women that's here. It's Black History Month. I mean, all on the internet. All on the internet is Black History Month. And you still got black people out here disgracing themselves like fools. Talking bad against one another. For what? Can we give it? They only give us 28 days. The shortest month of the year. And you have many black people here on social media still badgering each other. And on the streets, they still killing each other. Seems to me we have post-traumatic slave disorder. Shouts out to Dr. Umar Johnson, which we can't trust him either. And we can't trust him either. Robbing the people. Now, there's some things I may say that they may have, had their hand in. But, he got what he got. Karma is what it is called. Karma is what it is called. And this is Black History Month. What did you all learn today? I learned a couple of things besides breaking my back. I learned that the black man sold AI for what? How many? I knew this about, I don't know, a week ago. But sometimes, things come back to you. For 900 and something $1 million, almost $1 billion, sold AI. Just think what people can do with their own mind if they weren't controlled. That's a great example. That's Black history. Who created the internet? Somebody black that looked like me or a little bit darker. What did he do? He sold that too. Showing you the greatness of your mind. But you all would rather twerk, show your shameless bodies, and disgrace yourself all over social media. You can't even give it a day break. Traumatized. Smash up the likes, you all. Traumatized. Yeah. Another death in Chicago. Well, Not another death, but another shooting. Women seems to me that they are getting more of being victims of gunshot wounds almost equal to men. Where that lady got shot at on 68th and Stewart, got shot twice. However, she survived, unlike the male that they found on 61st and Wallace. All in Inglewood, though. We know that no Caucasian did that. Not over in Inglewood. How many of you all out there know that this is the 100th year of celebrating Black history in America? That's another thing I learned today. It is the 100th year. I knew about Carter G. Woodson and how it originally was a Black History Week, but it got transformed into a Black History Month. I knew that and everything, but I did not know that it was its 100th year. Why aren't Black people celebrating? The majority, that is. You ever smoked weed? What is that? Is that Dylan? What's going on, Dylan? Shouts out to Dylan. I don't have angry. I'm coming back to you, Dylan, to answer your question. Okay, damn, Don Lemon, you don't look so good. I'm not looking like Don Lemon. I'm looking like M.O. Manifesting Cipher to you all on this early Tuesday morning. And to answer your question, are those welding glasses? Hey, I like you. Who you be? Who you be? Jim. Hey, Jim, what's going on? Shouts out to Jim. Jim was out here the other night, in the chat room, being a bugger. A booger. Yeah, Jim was out there being a booger, you all. But you know what, Jim? We want to thank you for coming back, sharing your energy, which is like on the troll syndrome. But we know how to handle you, and we appreciate you for being here. Yeah. But maybe, as we continue to go further, maybe you'll be a participator versus a hater. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And by the way, is that Dylan? Did I ever smoke weed? Hell yeah. Didn't you smoke weed? I started smoking weed at 12. What about you? No secret here. Anybody else got any other questions they may want to ask me? Yeah. I started smoking weed at 12. Somebody wrote a message here for review. But not only that, here in Chicago, I'm going to tell you something else about Chicago. Have you ever heard of Liz Abuna? Yeah, for you Chicagoans, Liz Abuna. If you don't know who Liz Abuna is, she is the Black female owner of the only female Black-owned grocery store on the west side of Chicago. And it is called 40 Acres Farm Market, right off of Chicago and Waller, which is 2 blocks west of Central, right on Chicago Avenue. And it seems to me that Mayor Brandon Johnson doesn't have to go over to Oak Park to get his groceries no more. He can shop right there. And from the looks of it, and from the reports of it, it's a great, healthy grocery store to go to. I remember back in the days, they had a Buddy Bear on Chicago Avenue and was it Long? Right off Chicago Avenue and Long? Any Chicagoans out there? Do you remember the Buddy Bear? And after the Buddy Bear closed, they haven't had anything over there in regards to food. You may go down the street, maybe a half a mile and go to Leamington's. Leamington's been there forever, but they closed. And Buddy Bear's closed, and then people had to start going to Oak Park, to get some groceries. But now you can shop right back there in the neighborhood. Chicago and Lawler, 40 Acres, Fresh Market. Liz Abuna, shouts out to you. Black History Month. How many jewels I just dropped for you? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I just gave you about 3 jewels. And for all of you all out there that's driving cars, which I'm about to do right after this live. Well, maybe not right after. I gotta, Anyway, these cars that you're driving, they're plastic, fiberglass, tin can. Be careful driving. I don't know how many people we have lost in 48 hours, like those football players that died driving. Be careful. Be on the defense. Be on the defense. And if you're traveling far, like I'm about to do, like travel 7 hours, get you some rest along the way, or have a co-driver so that you don't fall asleep behind the wheel, because that can be very fatal. I'm just saying. Yeah, Chicago, violence, carjackings. When does it end? When does it end? When are people going to stop killing themselves? Period. I guess never. Seeing that Satan is ruling. Yeah, that's for real. Now, I know that's a very broad. You can say, well, is he talking about Trump? Is he talking about the devil's the devil? I'm talking about the devilishment power that is existing all over, not just America, but the world. But seeing that I'm here in America, I only speak on that. Unlike the African sister on YouTube, they got a channel deleted from Africa talking about how Black Americans should all be killed during Black History Month. Jail for who? Epstein refers to correct gender. ESPN. Okay. Just came from the Congo to crash your live with good vibes and bad jokes. Hope you don't run away. I'm harmless. Hey, what it is? Frank Smith. Shouts out to Frank Smith in the building. Man, you can crash this live or try to, because you're not crashing it. And I'm going to tell you why. You're not crashing it, Frank. Because Over here, we don't care what your religious affiliation is. We don't care what your political affiliation is. We don't care about your creed, color, or race. The only thing we ask on this platform, this channel, is that you be respectful. Because everybody here knows that we're respectful here. And we thank you and we welcome you. However, we want to warn you now, Frank. We're not giving you no energy if you want to be a CLOWN, okay? You get no credit, no energy, no nothing. You know, energy is like time. You can't get it back. Can't get it back. But we welcome you. And for all of you that's out there, if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. And we thank you. Most definitely. Moving right along here. America gone wrong. America's gone wrong. Not only do you have American citizens here that is killing themselves, which they have to stop, which they're robbing themselves, carjacking themselves, which they have to stop. But when you have the American government that is criminal, I mean, all high up in the office, all in the White House, pedophiles. America gone wrong. America has gone wrong with justice. America has gone wrong with transparency. America has gone wrong with actions and executions. America has gone wrong with thievery, debauchery, murder. Is the case that they gave me. Remember that back in the day with Snoop Dogg? Murder is the case that they gave me. Sad, but true. Proof Mo, what's going on, Chris? He ain't in the fouls. He was a target. Man, look. It's so bad out here for America right now, including the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. What did Alexandria, what's her name? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez say? What'd she say? Paraphrasing. You got all of these pedophiles running around and you're not prosecuting nobody? You got to resign or get impeached. Donald Trump, right now, you have Democrats and Republicans coming together trying to pass a bill, whereas a committee of 25 House members and 5 senators having an oversight of the presidential pardons, Presidential Pardon Act. They're trying to get amendments to the Constitution. If you look at the people that President Trump has pardoned, the first day he got in office, he pardoned 1,500 people that was charged with storming the White House. And then on top of that, he gave pardon to all of these kingpin drug dealers. Just like the president, the former president of Honduras. Yeah, the former president. What's his name? Juan Juan what? Yeah. Who was smuggling in 4.5 billion with the B doses of cocaine. Like, that's 400 tons, which is like over 1,000 pounds. Man, smash up the likes. Celebrities, the scammers, the fraud people, pardons. A criminal pardoning a criminal. Now, I can see how that would be if you're in court and you're in jury, right? You know, if you're one of those jury candidates, you get one of those trials and the guy may have, got caught up with some weed. And if you smoke weed, you're going to be like, not guilty. So he can leave out the courtroom and you can meet him out there and buy you a bag of smoke. I'm just... This is what is happening right now, right before our faces here in America at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. All of these top 8 officials, over a half dozen top 8 officials of Donald Trump is in those Epstein files. Hell, Donald Trump's name is mentioned more in those Epstein files than God is mentioned in the Bible. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. And here it is. You have the Attorney General who is in charge of the DOJ, Pam Bondi, who called the shots for them, saying that the case is just, we're not releasing no more files. Even though they only release a little bit over half of the files. What about the other half, millions of the files that you're not letting the public see? America gone wrong. And all of these people, his top aides, like RFK Jr., what is he? Public Health and Human Services, that dude in the Epstein files. You got Stein, what's his name? F-E-I, what's his name? Finland. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the deputy, I'll tell you what he is. He's the Deputy Secretary of Defense. Yeah, the Deputy Secretary of Defense. Yeah, that Stephen Fine, whatever his name is. Sounds like he a Jew. Just going by the name now. LOL, are you released? They were led inside like a little sheep herder. Wonderful man. Trump, most intelligent man in history. Hull of bull. Can't convict that. Can't convict to that degree without serious evidence. Hey, Chris, how much evidence do you need, man? Chris, how much evidence do you need? Even Larry Summers, okay? Yeah. And what's that girl name? Now, Larry Summers, he quit Harvard. See? Larry Summers quit Harvard. You had Kathy, what's her name? Kathy Rumler? Ruemmler? Rumler? Even she stepped down from Goldman and Sachs being the top lawyer because her name was in there. People are stepping down. However, even though you have the Senate and the House forced the Department of Justice to release the files, they are still not being transparent. They're lying to you. And this is why Donald Trump wants that voters ID thing with your state ID or driver's license. This is, come on, this is rigged already. And according to his own party members, which one just quit his party. One just quit his party because of the crazy, outlandish things that Donald Trump is doing. And Donald Trump should be impeached. The thing is the House going to do it? Will the public let him get away with his slickery of the midterms that's coming up? He's already telling you, even if the Democrats get control, they're not going to control him. How is that? Like I said, they're working on a presidential pardoning act right now to go against what the president, rather, who the president pardons. And all of the people that he's been pardoning, a lot of people feel a little bit some type of way, even his own party. Who is that ex-NFL player? The Newton guy that played for the Dallas Cowboys. He just got a pardon. Newton, Joe Klecko, they used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. All of them were caught up in the drug scene. 5 of them, NFL players. What's that guy named? Jazz? J-A-S, Jazz Mill. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The running back. All of them had weed charges. Like pounds of weed. How are you in the NFL and you selling weed? And you making stupid cash. Especially you, Mr. Newton. 3 times champion with the Dallas Cowboys. 6 times Pro Bowler. Smash up the lights, you all. And these are the people that he is letting free. Like those celebrity scammers with fraud. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I did a story on them, I don't know, sometime last year. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that couple. Can't even get their name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Pardoning all of them. He's doomed. Can't convict. Oh, sorry about that, you all. Wonderful man. Most intelligent in history. How is Donald Trump the most intelligent man in history when Donald Trump tells you that he's the most honest man? When he's the most honest president? Do you all really believe that? Do you all really believe that? In fact, his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, she should be ashamed of herself. Even Donald Trump called her ineffective at her job. He said that Pam Bondi was weak, and she still stands up for the man, even though she is in charge of the Department of Justice. That's insane. And you have yet failed to prosecute anybody in those Epstein files that are top officials in the Trump administration. Are you on that list, Pam Bondi? Hell, now that list got so crazy. I took a look at the list, right? They got old school entertainers on there like Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, people that had died, people that would have been not even a teenager at the time when Epstein would have been born. But they were on his island. I mean, just look at all of the names. And according to Maxwell, you know, that Ghislaine chick. Yeah, the Ghislaine girl. At one point, she said 25 names were redacted. Now she says that is 29 names. And they were done through secret settlements, secret settlements. High power people that is running this government right now. And nobody yet is prosecuted. Nobody. They tried to bring Bill and Clinton and that, you know, Obama and Bill and Hillary, because she was on the list too. But Ivanka was on the list too. I'm just saying. Ivanka was on the list too. You know, his ex-wife. So she had to be there with him. Steve O'Bannon, all of them. Lutnick, Steve O'Bannon, that fine gold dude, you know, F-E-I-N, you know, Stephen, you know, the Deputy Secretary of Defense. Elon Musk, Bill Gates. Give me a break. Did you hear what that Congresswoman, what's her name? Balink? B-A-L-I-N-K. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. Pam Bondi refused to answer her questions. Pam Bondi wanted to get on that Russian chick that got killed on the subway train. Y'all remember her name? Starts with a K. Kruzinski, whatever she was. You know, I'm not trying to mispronounce her name. I remember the story. I did a story on it. This is coming from my head. It's not like I researched her name and everything. No. Pam Bondi tried to get on that. Even Jesus Garcia, Democrat from Illinois, pop, 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 mopped her all on the floor, do you hear me? Like a rag doll. Like a rag doll. And she begins to do what? Talk about public safety. I'm just saying. Now, is Pam Bondi, the Department of Justice, the Attorney General, with all the power that she has? Let me ask you something. If you was in those Epstein files, do you think that she would persecute you right now? Do you think you would be in court or in jail somewhere? Can we also blame Biden for not prosecuting anyone? Biden is gone right now. Biden is gone right now, Chris. His term is over. And he did not do well with the midterm, did he? But this dictator, this criminal, this pedophile, DJT, Donald J. Trump, is going to try to pull another fast one on you all. Are you that devoted to Donald Trump? I'm going to tell you a story here. You have a man in Texas right now. The town is called Prosperous, Texas. Prosperous, Texas. 38-year-old Chris Harrison shot and killed his daughter Lucy Harrison, 23 years old, shot her dead over an argument in regards to Trump and the Epstein files. Did you hear me that? Yeah, did you hear me that? That's exactly what I said. He shoots and kills his own daughter over Donald Trump. Now, according to the reports, Lucy and her dad was having a conversation about him having a gun in the house. That's how it kicked off. And then, some kind of way, they got on the Epstein files. Lucy did. And Lucy asked her dad, Chris, the question, well, what if that was me? What if that was me as a victim of the Epstein files? And Chris' response was, I got 2 more daughters, so I really wouldn't care, or it really doesn't matter. Now, Chris, according to the report, has been on a little alcohol, but he was recovering. But that particular day, he had himself a drink, a whole bottle of wine. And he showed his daughter the gun. He grabbed her hand, and this was witnessed by her boyfriend that was there. You see? This was witnessed by her boyfriend who was there when all of this occurred. All over Trump. He snatched her hand, pulled into his ground floor bedroom, showed her the gun, and bang! He said that it went off. You know the man pulled the trigger. And as soon as he pulled the trigger and cut off the lights of his daughter, he screamed for her mother. Now, this girl came from overseas, but that's his daughter because he used to live over in Britain. But his daughter came over. Could you imagine that? See, this is what I'm talking about. But brother is also a good story. What's going on, Rashond? Peace and blessings. But brother is also a good story. Now think about that. Now I know that relatives have disagreements, have different views about this Trump character, the dictator. But would you go to the extent of killing your daughter over Donald Trump, whom you never met in your entire life? Would you kill your daughter, your cousin, your mother, your friend over Donald Trump, who really is one of the worst presidents in our current era? Because we've seen a lot worse. You know, black people didn't get free to what? 1865? 1863? So we've seen a lot worse presidents. And like I said, Donald Trump is no different than the other presidents. They were all racist too. They were all racist too. Even Joe Biden was a racist. But according to the statistics, Donald Trump is done worse than Joe Biden. Now you know that's low. They say he like 27 in the hole. 27 in the hole. How can you get by that? You can't. Not to mention the shutdown and the ICE officers. The ICE officers who made false reports in the murder of Alex Preddy. Yeah, Pam Bondi didn't have no response for that. No response for that. How can she be Attorney General? I mean, like, does she even qualify? She is the lead head of law in the United States. And look at her. According to Jesus, Garcia, Jesus Garcia called her one of the worst attorney generals that the United States has ever seen. Sad. Not one person prosecuted. And even with the stepping down of Larry Summers and Kathy Wimlers, nobody. Come on now, Pam. You got to go. Just like Donald Trump's got to go. All y'all got to go. All of y'all have got to go. And it's up to all of you voters to make that happen. Yeah. And if you're not a voter, get registered. If you don't have a voter's ID card, go get it. We have got to get this guy out of office. Seeing that Elon Musk, bought him in. I'm just saying. Donated a whole lot of money, like $290 million. Could y'all imagine what $290 million even look like? If it was in dollars and bills versus some computer currency. Yeah. Think about that. $290 million. What does that look like? Most of us will never know. Only imagine. And they don't care how they get it. They step on anybody to get it. The Congress does not even have the power. See, this is what kills me. Congress does not even have the power. Who is naturally, according to the Constitution, is supposed to check the president of the country. But they can't even check the man. Does Donald Trump think he's God? Does Donald Trump think he's God? I feel the same way when murders get kid gloves and second chance due to Democratic policies. Maybe they need the vote. Maybe they do. I mean, like, you have states like New York and California, these sanctuary cities that have not conformed and have not complied with Donald Trump's program yet. New York City has released 7,000 criminal undocumented immigrants. Released them back into the neighborhood. California, another state, has released over 4,500 criminal undocumented immigrants. Tim Walz, I don't know how many with that, but I do know that Donald Trump threw a monkey wrench He tried to sucker punch the man. Yeah, he tried to sucker punch Jim Walsh. Now, why do I say that? Do you all remember those politicians that got killed in Minnesota a couple of months ago? Donald Trump made a statement that Tim Walsh was behind those politicians getting murdered. And they were on his team. Damn. I'm just saying. What a way to go, Donald Trump. All that class. Donald Trump truly has a lot of class. Just like Pam Bondi. She got into it with Miss Ross. Did you all see Miss Ross? Oh my God. Miss Ross on the House Judiciary Committee, the Oversight Committee. Miss Ross tuned into her real good. Whew. I don't even know why she's still in office. Pam Bondi. Oh, J.P. Pritzker. Hey, speaking of Pritzker, y'all just bringing it out, right? Pritzker was made fun of by the president. Excuse me. They say a high-ranking member in the Trump administration had J.B. Pritzker with the red bib on. You know, I guess they was joking about his weight, like he's overweight or obese, you know. He need a bib on and he eat this and he eat that and eat that and eat that and just gobble it all down, you know. When have you ever seen or ever heard of a high political official making photoshops like that on former and present politicians? When have you ever seen that? These are the people that we're dealing with. Clowns, pedophiles, child molesters, sex offenders, child traffickers. And Pam Bondi ain't did a damn thing about it. What y'all think about that? I just can't believe that. This lady has done nothing at all whatsoever. What you say here? Yeah, well, okay, I ain't talking about that. Yeah. What do you do with people like that? Do you lock them up? Do you throw away the key? I mean, like, I don't understand why America is not on fire yet. I don't understand why people ain't stopped working yet. You have people complaining. They're talking about we need a solution. You are the solution. Just stop going to work a couple of days, man. Just a couple of days. Even your landlord, if you are renting an apartment, they tired of Trump. They tired of him too. And also, the Democrats and the Republicans, the one that's from Nebraska, the Republican, damn, what's his name? I forget. But he's also launching a bill that will give Congress the power to, or get the power back to, like, we want to tariff them or we want to tariff them. You know, tariffing would be the power of Congress, This is another bill that is proposed right now because Trump, he out of control right now. But he know his day is coming. And Americans all over, I don't care what color you look like, we have to be on stand with this. However you stand with it, he got to go, she got to go, his cross-dressing J.D. Vance vice president got to go, his pedophile RFK Jr. got to go, his pedophile Howard Lutnick has got to go, his pedophile Steve O'Bannon has got to go, his pedophile Stephen Find something, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, he got to go. And Pam Bondi, you got to go. You leave America in shambles. How many of you all out there right now trust American politics? Charlie Kirk invited opposition and regularly, tongue twister, wipe them with logic and knowledge. You use selective and avoidance tactics. Never works. Well, you know what? I'm still here, ain't I? And Charlie Kirk is dead. How about that for the troll in the building? I'm still here talking to you, and Charlie Kirk is no longer here. And by the way, seeing that you're so intelligent, I want to ask you a question. Did the Republicans get rid of Charlie Kirk? Or did that poor scapegoat young man from Utah kill Charlie Kirk? You see? Yeah, anyway, boy, I said, boy, what's going on, Chop? What's going on, Chop? Chalky Chuck? Shouts out to Chalky Chuck. See, where you at, Chris? Where you at, Chris? We can do this all night, but ain't got all night. We can do this all night, but ain't got all night. And by the way, you all, another thing happened in Chicago, and then I come back to Trump. I just wanted to get this out. Do you all remember a shooting that took place in Lake Meadows in Illinois last year at the Jewel Food Store? Well, they caught the culprit, the suspect, in Phoenix, Arizona. Elijah Theodore. Yeah, Elijah Theodore. 19 years old. Bye-bye. And seeing that we got this partial shutdown going on with the Department of Homeland Security, and seeing that the whole world knows this right now, do you think they should have known that? Could you imagine the cyber attacks that could be coming our way? Could you imagine your security form of internet or any of your information? Because it's all online. It's all online. Y'all think about that. And I'm going to leave you with one more Black History gem before I get out of here. Did you all know that the Pope sanctioned slavery? Did you all know that your Social Security cards and your birth certificates, yes, your birth certificates, are on the stock market? Vatican City, Black History Month. And by the way, you all, if you are not into reading, but you like audiobooks, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE. And you'll find a whole bunch over there. Black man of the Nile and his family, stolen legacy, as a man thinketh, the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca, the destruction of black civilization, the message to the black man in America, the fall of America, the demonology of King James, the miseducation of the Negro, the world's 16 crucified saviors. Yes, I say that all the time. I say it all the time. From Babylon to Timbuktu. I say it all the time. And if you haven't got yourself over there this Black History Month, get yourself over there. Learn something. Learn something that can transform your mind, that can transform your energy, that can transform your spirit so that you can become a better version of yourself. Shouts out to Ralph Smart. I'm just saying. Yeah, if you don't like to read, get over there. And if you like to travel, get yourself over there. We'll take you to Vegas if you've never been. We'll take you to California if you've never been. We'll take you to Arizona if you've never been. We'll take you to Washington if you've never been. We'll take you to the Georgia Guidestones, which you'll never see again if you haven't seen them because they're gone. We'll take you there. Yeah. We'll take you to Black Wall Street twice. Down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood District twice. Yeah. We'll take you to York, Maine. We'll take it to New York, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, the whole East Coast. If you like to travel, Valley of Fire, get over there. Red Rock Canyon, get over there. Civil Rights Museum, Black Holocaust Museum, get yourself over there. I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't. But get yourself over there. And if you are into Chicago old school anything, hip hop, R&B, spoken word, comedy, gangster rap, get yourself over there to my other channel. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And you can find Chicago greats like Bernie Mac, like Dion Cole, like Diane Porter, like Reggie Reg, like Quintella, like Snoop, like Shari, like Mecca, like Twista, like Shauna, like Raw Dub, Ant Dub, like Galactic Boy Entertainment, like Illa Flows, like Affiliated Fellas, like Official Business, like High Pilot, like Nomads. Get yourself over there. The Rap Factory. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. We got to cut this live short tonight, you all. I'm sorry. However, on your way out the door, we ask that you smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. Would you say, why only mobilize for a criminal immigrant? Do you know if you can reheat BOFA? What is BOFA? I don't know what BOFA is. Billy, tell me what BOFA is. I can't answer that if I don't know what it is. Where are the Epstein? Protect, please answer. What do you mean? Let me go to that, Chris. Why only mobilize for a criminal immigrant? Where are the paid protests of the Epstein's file? What do you mean, Chris? Let me drink some water, Chris. I see you out there, Chris. I'm trying to answer your question. What do you mean, Chris? Where are the Epstein? Why aren't we marching for accountability? I feel you, Chris. My thing is, why are people still working for accountability? Why is Donald Trump still in office? Why is Pam Bondi still in office? Why are all of these high-profile people still in office? When we got the Attorney General who's arguing with lawmakers. Miss Ross ate her up bad. That Miss Balink, Balink. Oh no, Balint. Yeah, she ate her up too. Yeah, she got hammered all the way across the board. Now you had one guy who was trying to be nice to her and everything, and gave her praise for her um endurance. Smacked all over the place. How can America trust these people? You can't trust pedophiles. Would you trust a pedophile if he lived next door to you? If he lived down on the first floor from you or lived on the second floor upstairs from you? Would you trust a pedophile? Why isn't Donald Trump a sexual register offender? Why is that? Let's protest then. People protesting for immigrants, man. You see how it goes? People protesting for immigrants when they should be trying to, protest for their own rights and to get these criminals out of office. I agree, Chris. Black 9, what it is? Not for dead kids, I see. Oh, no. No, it's not for kids. No. Missing kids. Some people think that the politicians are drinking the blood of the kids that's missing. Politicians and rap stars, entertainers, athletes, Yeah. I know it gets weird when you get at the top. And I know that you have to do a lot of bad stuff to get to the top. Unless you're just playing basketball or football. If you sport, you ain't did nothing that these politicians do. Howard Lutnick. Yeah. But see, when they got to Howard Lutnick, when they call him lying, did you see his face? Did you see his face, Chris? Come on now. You busted, man. You busted. And everybody else that's there, that's on that list, they busted too. But Pam Bondi refuses to prosecute anybody. What are we going to do these midterms, you all? Leave your comments in the comment section. And like I say, get yourself over there to my other two channels, MOPOWERZ and THEMOSHOW Classics. All one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out. I thank you for being here. I know it's a late night. I got to run, but I got to drive. I got to clean. When am I going to get some sleep? All right, you all. Thanks for viewing. Peace out. Never give up on your DREAMS. Stay away from ice. And what you say here? Thank God my family is able to eat this week. Yes. Everybody out there that's eating right now, be grateful. Be grateful. Some people not eating. But we could with the stroke of a pen. Mr. Executive. You're a dictator. Donald Trump. Peace out, you all. That's my time.